Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome back to the Otaku Brothers podcast. This is episode 106, and me and Ben, we're here in person.
Finally.
We did it. After 50 something episodes, I think we're
Really?
finally here. That was our 100 subscriber special.
You're right.
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're here because me and Ben went to Anime Frontier. We talked about it last week, and it was such a good time. We just completed day one. We're going back tomorrow for day two, and it was such a good time. And so we thought we'd take the moment and opportunity, since we're together, to film an episode with you all and just talk about what we thought about the con so far. I'm gonna have a vlog probably next week or something coming out, so you guys can actually see what it was like and with us being there and all the cool stuff that we did actually, showing on screen. But we just wanted to kind of talk about it and just kind of do more of a relaxed, chill vlog, right? Kind of, we don't have to talk too much about the shows.
We talked.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit more of a talk to episode than more so of a anime episode. We just kind of wanted to talk, catch up, chit chat, and talk about what's been going on. But Ben, this is actually your first time coming to visit me.
It is.
After the 4 years I've been here, so
Yes.
first
Wonderful.
impressions, thoughts. What are you?
Am I allowed to dox you? I feel like you've doxed yourself before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I like it. I like Fort Worth. It's nice. It feels like a little small town. It's cozy. I guess it also helps since it's cold out and
It
rainy.
feels good. It fits the vibe. It felt like Christmas. I don't know about you, but
No, it definitely does.
no, yeah, this
There's
weather-
lights everywhere. Joseph's wearing a Santa hat.
I am trying to get in the Christmas spirit.
How hot does it get here?
During the summer, it gets hot.
Okay, no,
It gets it gets miserable.
I'm just gonna move to Alaska at some point.
It honestly, it seems like the move. My family's been wanting to do an Alaskan cruise for so long.
Really?
Yes, I kind of want to do one now too, but yeah, I don't know, because it's just like one thing is when you think of a cruise too, it's like you think of like a summer type vibe, and I feel like an Alaskan cruise is not summer.
Where do you leave out of?
Washington or Oregon, one of those two top northwestern states, and then you kind of go around.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Just go to Alaska.
But no, but in Alaska, it's a cruise, so you get to see all the glaciers and
You run into one.
it's give and takes. It's give and takes, I guess. But no, yeah, it does get stupid hot during the summer. Like I'll be going to class and it'll be like 106 degrees.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, no, it's miserable.
I
It
hate it
is.
here, bro.
Dude.
Just
it's
get that
not
hot
fun.
in San Antonio.
But yes, it does. Whenever I went,
106?
so whenever
My ass.
when I went to visit you, didn't I visit you? It was like right before school started.
You're touring the school.
Yeah. But I came to visit you, and it was hot, bro. I
Not
remember we
that
went to the
hot.
mall. It was so
It's not
freaking
that
hot. We
It's
had
not
a,
106 out.
okay, it was probably like 90.
90.
Okay, I'm exaggerating. It probably gets to like 99, probably
90.
100 maybe.
No.
It's super hot.
I've never seen it past 100 there.
Really?
Maybe it'll feel like 100, but the actual temperature, it's never been past 100. At least inside.
What does that mean? What is like the actual temperature is 90? I've never understood that. When the actual temperature is like 97, but then it says it feels like 105.
So it's like the air temperature is 97, but like the stuff around it, like the road heating up and the sidewalks,
Ah.
that contributes to like what it feels like. Because there's a bunch of heat. Like the roads get way hotter than
Yeah.
what the temperature is because of the sun. And so that heat will just emit off of everything.
I guess that does make sense actually.
Mhm.
Huh, okay. Well, that's fair. That's a good point. But yeah, so yeah, we've been in Fort Worth. We've just been kind of chilling. Like I said, it's been cold. It's very freaking cold. But it's been good. It's been nice and cozy inside. So yeah, Ben got here yesterday, went to go have dinner, and then we watched some Don, and what else? We watched Blue Box.
Shit show.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It's the new Rent-A-Girlfriend.
Bro, what is up with like guys getting rejected in rom-coms recently? We'll talk about it in a little bit, but we got to see some two Crunchyroll premieres before they aired. I feel like it was both about guys getting like denied, or like at least
Well, the first one.
the first one.
So the two shows that we were able to see before release were lemon soda honey
honey soda,
honey lemon soda pop,
yeah, something like that.
and it's about this girl who was kind of bullied or in middle school,
Yeah,
and so she wants to go to this one high school, but she feels like this other one.
honey lemon soda. That's what it's called.
Is there not a pop in there? There is a pop.
Mm-mm.
Yes, there is.
It's just-
But the one that she ends up actually going to, she feels like is more of a suit for her because it's more like relaxed, and I guess they don't try as hard there. Um, but then she runs into this guy who had helped her back in middle school or something, and so now the whole thing is that he's gonna help her fulfill her dreams, and then I think one of her new dreams is that she's gonna build up the courage to confess her love to him. So within the span of like 2 episodes, she's in love with this guy.
Well,
Um,
I'm gonna say I know you were kind of against it,
I
but I
didn't
really
really like
liked
it.
it. I think it combined a lot of good elements of other shows that are kind of not mid, but just like don't do things as well. Like I'll say like it takes like the aspects of like Bocchi the Rock, and you know how Bocchi's like super shy and won't really talk.
yeah,
It kind of gave off that element, but you kind of see the progress happen a lot faster. You see, like in the first episode, she's like a complete like shut in, but by the end of the second episode, she's able to say sentences, like just it's just stuttering and like heck, but is
yeah,
still able to talk,
yeah,
and that progression I think is really cool. Like you take another show like Comey Can't Communicate, where the girl's like just completely like mute
hmm
and like just nothing is happening. But after the 2 episodes we just watched, I mean, you see her start to talk and progress as a person, which
yeah.
I liked. I thought it was cool. Um,
It's a show.
it was interesting. It was cool. Like Ben said again, we got to go to Anime Frontier. We were lucky enough to win free tickets actually. But it was really cool because yeah, they were showing Crunchyroll is a sponsor of the convention, and so they were showing some premieres of some shows before they come out, which I think they come out like January 8th, so it'll be on Crunchyroll in the or later in January. But I liked it. I thought it was cool. It was kind of I think these were more definitely towards a girl female audience, especially because you see it a lot from the girl's perspective, and the guys are kind of the more especially the second one. It kind of seems like
God.
it's more for a girl,
Yeah,
the girl fantasy, I guess, regarding to instead of a male's. But it was cool. It was good. I mean, yeah, it was kind of. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it all.
I don't
I
think
probably won't.
I
But
will.
it was still nonetheless cool to actually be a part of getting to see a premiere like that.
Yeah,
That was really cool. But now the second show we got to see, I think was a lot more fun. I definitely was a lot more hooked instantly. I think this one. So the second show we got to see for the premiere for was called "Anyways, I'm Falling in Love with You." I think that's what it was called,
hmm
and it's really cool. It's about a girl who she kind of grew up with four guy best friends. So they've all been kind of friends
She's a
for a long
groupie.
time. Yeah, so she's in a friend group that's four guys and just her. And it turns out one of the guys in the friend group has a kind of a huge crush on her. And immediately it gets made known that the girl only sees him as like a baby brother, a friend, just kind of different. And I don't know. It's just call it maybe it's relatable just with everything in my life right now, but just like I don't know. I feel like we don't see animes like that. But then I will say it escalates quickly at the end of the episode.
Yeah, I think the guy's kind of insane.
Yeah, yeah.
I
It's
don't think.
everybody in the audience was kind of like the next episode is going to be him going to jail, or some assault charges definitely getting brought up against him.
Yeah, so this main guy, he's kind of like Joseph said, he was made to be like the baby of the group. That's what everyone calls him because he's always crying as a kid or something. But then like it was this girl's birthday, and she goes back home, and those four guys they surprise her, and she starts crying. But then the main guy, the baby of the group, she's like walking upstairs with the cake, and they have this conversation about like wishing for something for her birthday, and then he blows out the candles, which is really that's rude. I
Yeah.
was like, who does that? And he's like, my wish is to be your boyfriend. And she's like, okay. Because I think she said that she was thinking that he was trying to cheer her up or something because she was crying before. But then,
Again, just goes to show you how girls are oblivious.
yeah. But it's so weird. And then, like, by the end of the episode, some girls were trying to give a gift to this guy, like, separate of the main characters. And she is delivering them to him. and they go back and forth, and
They end up in the shower together, and then he's just like he keeps on he gets upset because the main girl, is delivering the gifts to the main guy, the guy who she sees as just a brother friend,
yeah,
and he thinks it's from her and gets really super excited, and then she's like, oh, it's actually from these other girls, and he gets really upset because he's like, why does it like not make you upset? Like he drops a really good line that I'm sure a lot of guys can relate to at some points in their life, and where it's like, hey, doesn't it like I'm into you and you only see me as like a friend or something like that.
hmm
And so he's kind of like, does that not like, I think because they're really close, he says like, does it not make you upset when other girls try and give me gifts or something like that? And she literally just says no. Like straight up. Like she says multiple times throughout this episode, I see you as like a brother.
hmm
It's not like, yeah, I don't like you like that. And it even gets known she has a crush on this other guy.
yeah,
And she ends up getting rejected by that other guy as well in this episode.
yeah.
So it's just, she's definitely not into him. It's just a sticky situation. And then, like I said, whenever she's delivering the gifts and they kind of get into an argument, she kind of says, no, I don't see you like that. And whenever she says that and starts to leave, he doesn't like that answer. And he straight up says, I'm going to show you I'm confident. I'm going to show you I'm a man. And then grabs her. And then she tries to pull away, but he pulls her closer against her will, mind you. She literally says, your hand is so tight, like I can't feel my arm. And then he pulls her tighter in, and then they fall and lean against the shower. The shower starts pouring on him, and he's just soaking wet. And then he goes in and kisses her unconsentfully. It seems like it was like the audience went wild. It was
It's really
crazy. It was really fun. That was such a fun experience. But yeah, it was a wild episode. I need to see how it ends. I will say that episode definitely drew me in. So I need to see when it comes out. I don't know when that one comes out. I know the honey lemon pop soda comes out January 8th, but I don't know about this one. But
I'm not watching it.
dude, we have to watch it.
Just read it. I'm not watching it. I'm
Um,
not watching it.
let me see.
The like, it's just weird how fast everything progressed.
January 9th, the same day. Yeah, it did progress really fast.
It made me uncomfortable.
It did, but
The show just made me uncomfortable in general.
well, they did say that it's not finished yet. That the show's not finished yet.
Well, the plot is finished.
We should
Maybe
have
the
gone up. We should
production.
have got up to the Crunchyroll girl. He was like, "You can go ask her questions, thoughts about the show."
That second one.
Mm-hmm.
Is it gonna get canceled?
But yeah, so that was one of the cool things that I got to do with Anime Frontier. But I guess we could kind of start from the very beginning. This is obviously my second time going, but it's the first time for Ben. So we got there at 10 in the morning when it opened, and then we immediately went in. We explored. We got some cool stuff that I'll show off in the vlog later. But yeah, it was fun. There's a lot of cool stuff. What was your favorite? Your favorite things that we saw and did?
I really like just the main convention area,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
just because there's so many people and booths set up. There's so many different things you can just go and look at and play around with. But it's just like there's so many cool things there, and I just kept spending money.
No, it was definitely a lot. There's a lot of cool things. We got to see some cool cars
Yeah.
that Ben took some pictures of there. But yeah, like Ben said, I think it's really cool just seeing the whole community of it all. Like being here in college, I feel like I really don't meet many people who are blatantly say that they're into anime and stuff like that. So it's always crazy when you go to places like this and there's just so many people.
Yeah.
Like there's so many people, and it's like they're all into anime. We went to a other panel where it was like this group that they call themselves Lava. It's made up of a bunch of voice actors, and it was cool getting to see them involve the fans. And then they had like these three. They did like a segment where like couples try and quiz each other, and it was just cool getting to see like when they're asking what's your favorite anime, who's your favorite waifu, stuff like that. Like just questions that seem so like odd, but whenever it's like everybody in the group setting like understands the assignment type deal,
Yeah.
that it was so fun. One of them said their favorite animes was JoJo's, Code Geass, One Piece, unfortunately, but it was cool. And then getting to hear the same references of people talking about stuff like Shadow Money Wizard Gang and stuff like that.
It's funny
Some
because
skibbity toilets.
those voice actors, I don't think they had no idea what that was.
Yeah.
Because Shadow Shadow Money Wizard Gang is just like gooning, basically.
So it was fun. I had a great time. I'm excited to go back again tomorrow. Probably buy more stuff,
Hmm.
unfortunately, but it was fun. I really liked it. It was cool. There were so many cool booths, so many cool cosplayers. I got to take a picture with Gwembly from Smiling Friends, Power and Makima from Chainsaw Man. There are some great cosplays. A lot of Trigun cosplays. I don't get. Is something going on with Trigun? I think there's something is going on with Trigun Stampede. Like it's getting a movie
It's
or
getting
something.
canceled. That's what's happening.
I don't think that's what
They're
it
just
is.
dressing up for its remembrance.
Yeah, but I really liked it. There was this girl who dressed up as I forgot what her name is, but from Code Geass, the green haired girl. So
Like C or something.
yeah, it's C. I think it is
Is
C.
it? I
Yeah.
remember a C
So
in the name.
um oh yeah, it was. Yeah, that's why Trigun Stampede's getting a season two.
Canceled? Nice.
No, it's getting a season two. So yeah, it was cool. It was fun. Great cosplays. I think some of my favorite stuff. We went to this cool area that had. Sorry if y'all can hear that. We're in my apartment and right by the parking lot. But no, one of the cool things I like the art book like music soundtrack area.
Oh yeah.
That was sick. Ben got a cool Initial D art book, and there was some other cool stuff like some Rohan Goes to the Louvre, some great vinyl music of some soundtracks of Japanese artists. That was really cool, as well as some movies. But everything is just so dang expensive these days, man. Like movies too, and I'm just like, "Ugh, it sucks because obviously it's all on streaming anyways. So
Yeah.
it's like I don't want. There's no like real incentive for me to get it. Unfortunately, even though it would be so cool to just collect the discs.
Hmm.
One of our buddies, Curtis, who y'all have seen in the vlogs before, he's starting to collect DVDs, and I'm just
Really?
like, that's sick.
How do you even play them anymore?
He uses his PlayStation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
So.
A thing I found interesting that I'm not really used to is like, I guess since we were surrounded by everyone who watches that stuff, like I didn't have to, like when we were buying the Lego figures or getting stickers, I could just say the name of the person that I wanted. And like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, okay. I thought that was really interesting because I feel
Hmm.
like in a normal scenario, if they're selling those at like a normal store, it's like, oh, I'll take that one and then that one.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say the names.
No, exactly. That's why it was so cool. I know, like
Culture shock.
even like the voice actors, they were like, just say the name of the character, and we'll kind of put
Yeah, we
something
know who
together.
voices that. It's
Yeah,
like,
it is really cool, and that's what's so cool about the community is that you can just like it's just so cool being surrounded by people who are into the same stuff as you.
mhm.
Like just walking up and just seeing somebody who's like oh you're dressed up as Johnny from JoJo's, or like you could just go to be somebody and like I freaking love that show, and it is just so cool seeing like a community based around like stuff that is very similar to your passion. I think a good example of that was the art piece, the poster you bought, and the framed photo I got
Yeah.
of this artist who just draws and paints them by hand. And it's like it's all anime stuff, and it's just like it's so cool getting to see that you're really talented and you're showing it and sharing that with the world.
Hmm.
It's really cool. Like Ben was saying, it is crazy how big the industry is and how much money they're probably making. Because I mean, you got to think about all the people who had like those 3-day passes. Like that's already a $75 just to get in, a $75 entrance fee.
Well,
And
not for
then
us.
not for us. We got lucky, but still, regardless, like we would have had to pay that money just to get in, and then all the money that we spent there, and it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's so weird the like type of people that you wouldn't even expect who are into it. Um, I can't really say it on stream, but I'll tell you this funny story my friend just told me
All right.
off camera about somebody who was there. So that's yeah.
Oh, is it? No, it's not.
No.
Okay.
It's not what you're thinking, but yeah, it was cool. It was great. I'm trying to think of what else.
There's a hentai section.
Yes, yeah, that was.
Joseph had some fun there,
I
I think.
didn't. That's not
You
true.
gave them their ID so you could look at it.
Um, yeah, no, I don't know. I can't even defend myself there. It was funny. But there was a funny interaction we had there at that section where there was a. I need to figure out how I can phrase this in a safe way. Um, there was a person on the cover, whose
Oh, yes, I
whose
remember.
whose top area was showing, and they looked like a female. It was not a female.
Fanboy Hooters.
Yeah, it was. Then he confronts the man. Is like, can you be showing that? Like, that's isn't that nude? And then he's like, it's a guy. And then he like lifts up another part of it. And he's like, oh, that is a guy. And like maybe everybody started laughing. And then he walks away. And then they were like, oh, you're scaring all the customers away. It's fun. Everybody likes to have fun there.
Yeah.
You have to. Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine if you're working on one of those stands, you're like taking it seriously. That seriously.
I mean, that's like,
Are you passionate if you're working on one of those?
okay, obviously they're there in those big booths, right? Because like they can't not be making money from doing it. Like they're still doing it.
Oh, obviously, people are definitely buying stuff from there. It has
That's
to be.
I would.
It's
not
really
buy it.
hard though to make make your stuff stand out. I feel like because we walked through a
Oh,
lot of
especially if you're like
stands.
the artists.
Yeah, the artist alley.
So like in the like main convention hall, there was like exhibitor sections, which is I guess more popular ones,
The bigger-
and they probably paid more to be there.
Probably commercial companies too.
Yeah, and then there was kind of the back half where it was just booths for like smaller people and their own brands or whatever. And the smaller ones, I felt it was like super crowded, and I think if had a booth there, it's really easy to get your stuff overlooked unless it really stands out,
No, yeah.
which was it's interesting. But a lot of the stuff they had back there is I feel like the same.
Yeah.
Like people would have their prints,
Sticker. I don't get.
stickers, acrylic.
I don't
keychains.
understand the obsession with prints.
Eh,
I never because it kind of looks too fake. Or not
I don't know
fake.
because it's just like digital art and
Yeah. I
um,
never was a big fan of digital art like that in that sense.
hit or miss.
Are you trying to?
I'm trying to because those I really like those stickers that
Oh,
we
yeah,
got
yeah.
because they felt like
No, because yeah, they're not too. I don't know what
They
the
feel like
term is. Too. No, I don't want to say AI because that's not the right word, but too.
generic.
Yeah, like you can tell like whenever. I would definitely like an art piece that's more, like more reminiscent and looks more like the similar art style. I think it's too different of an art style.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the right term.
So that's cool. So
Yeah.
there's this one shop, like a woman, who was making stickers, and I don't know, they just felt different.
Yeah, you can kind of tell in the qualities. Like,
Fuck, it's backwards. JD Prince.
yeah, shout out JD Prince.
But they just reminded me of the like chibi
Yeah.
Overwatch sprays that you get,
Yes, that's a good way to think of it.
and I just really like those. So I got Momo from Kill la Kill, Freyran, and then Choso from JJK.
Mhm.
But I don't know. It's just those stood out to me.
Yes, yeah.
Um,
It's definitely you got to find your niche
Yeah.
there for sure. But yeah, no, digital prints, I don't know. I will say there was the one that was sick was the one of the first ones we went to, the ones that were black and white.
those are different because that's like
Yeah, those aren't
they
prints.
draw those and they scan it so they can print it out. But they were selling the originals there.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, maybe, but no.
Yeah, no, they are different from digital prints.
They weren't disclosing the price on the originals, so I'm assuming they were very expensive.
Oh, so you could okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and the ones that you and I bought, those
Those are fairly
didn't they say they were they were all hand drawn? Or
well.
he
He
did the
hand
same
draws
thing?
it, then he
Scans them,
yeah.
prints them. Okay. Well,
Those are decently priced.
mhm. Yeah. There's a lot of cool there's a lot of Pokemon cards, a lot of cards stuff going on.
Cards, Funkos.
Yeah. Yeah. Not as much manga, unfortunately. I really thought we'd see more. But it is what it is. It was cool they had the Hajime no Ippo mangas in Japanese. That was pretty cool. So yeah. We didn't get to see any voice actors or this time. The lines were crazy long and no one too crazy that I wouldn't want it to like 100% die to see. Obviously Bryce Papenbrook was there, who's huge. He was probably the only one I would have really considered.
Yeah.
But who knows? We're going back tomorrow. We're going to a JJK panel, so that's pretty cool to see some of the voice actors there, which will be fun. But yeah, it was a good time. It was a good experience. Not too many. Ben was telling me not too many weirdos we got to see.
Okay, that sounds bad.
Yeah, sorry, weirdos. expressive, not too many expressive people,
Yeah.
super expressive people. I'm trying to think of what my favorite like cosplay was. I think the power one I saw was pretty sick. That was pretty cool.
When we were leaving, we saw a really cool Ramatra cosplay. I thought that was funny.
Ramatra was good. There were some creative ones, man. There were some cool ones.
The girl, who's the girl? I forget her name from Kaiju, the main girl,
Oh,
Kafka.
I don't remember her name. The one who's like the one who we knew as a child. Was somebody dressed up as her?
I saw like three, and they made props of her big gun.
Oh, what?
I was like, jeez.
It is so impressive, man. Cosplayers, I'll give it to them, man. That's some crazy. I don't get how they do it. Um, but hey, that's really sick, man. I saw there was some funny ones too, like some guys dressed up as Maureen. It was funny,
Really?
but like he didn't even look like somebody who would like be into anime. He looked super buff, had a beard, and I was like, oh man,
It's for the joke, maybe.
yeah, no, definitely. But yeah, it was really cool. Everybody was super nice. Like everybody was cool. It was
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, can't really complain. Excited for day two tomorrow.
Hmm.
But yeah, hopefully it'll be as fun. But yeah, they also had a lot of video game tournaments going on. That was pretty cool. So yeah, it was a good little last hurrah before I got finals coming up next week of school. And then Christmas break. Yay! I'm excited for break. I'm very excited. So
I
yeah.
haven't been on break.
And then we also went to go have dinner tonight. I got to show Ben some more Fort Worth. He got some cool vinyls. He stopped at a vinyl store
I
on
did.
the way home. And then
Christmas shopping.
we need to talk about the craziest part that we haven't even mentioned. I introduced Ben to a famous TikToker.
That's not what. Okay.
So
Gosh, I'm not doing this again. I had forgot about it already.
yeah.
So Joseph is friends with someone at TCU, right? And he didn't mention the fact that she has like 1.2 million followers on TikTok.
Yeah. No, I failed to mention that. All I've told Ben is there's a girl in my class. She's really big into Blue Lock, and I beef with her because she's always just like, you should read Blue Lock. She's been telling me to
Like
read it.
it's like Weezeum's in One Piece.
Yeah, exactly.
One of
So
my heroes.
she's been telling me to read it, and I'm just kind of like, I'm not gonna read it, and I call it mid as a joke and all this. And then, yeah, I've told Ben, she makes TikToks and she's kind of big in it, but that's all I've kind of really said. And then we ended up seeing her today. She's real sweet. We saw her today at the convention. I said what's up to her, and I was like, "Hey Ben, this is her." And they said what's up for a second, and then that was kind of the end of it. But then we dipped, and then later tonight at dinner, I was talking to Ben, and was just like, "Yeah, Ben, she's really really into Blue Lock," and because Ben loves Blue Lock obviously as well. And so I pulled up her TikTok, and I forgot as well that she had such a massive. I knew she had a big following, but like, so a massive following of like over 1 million TikTok followers. And so
Just a
yeah, and so
something's
I
life.
showed Ben, and then Ben said that you'd seen her TikTok.
She looked really familiar. I was like, okay, I've definitely seen her somewhere before. And then Joseph was like, yeah. I don't know if I should say that. It's kind of like
Well, I was then like, she's friends with this other girl who's also into Blue Lock as well. And I told him that they went to go watch the episode Nagi together, and I showed him a picture of them two together, and then Ben recognized the other girl too.
So if you're really like deep into Blue Lock TikTok, or just maybe like surface level anime TikTok, there's this girl on TikTok called the Blue Lock Girl, and that's what she's known for. Like everyone calls her that. And so she's been around for a while, and then he pulled up his friend with her, and I was like, dude, how did you fail to mention this? And I was just going on a rant for like 30 minutes about it.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Crazy? This is crazy.
Yeah, what else is crazy, Ben? What else is crazy? Low teeth.
But yeah, no. Yeah, that happens.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Kind
So
of thing.
yeah, so it's funny. So who knows? Maybe come on the podcast, please. Maybe.
Please,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
please.
That'd be great because Blue Lock is coming to an end soon.
Yeah.
It's gonna almost it's just around the corner, man. But
This junior studio, man.
It was cool. It was cool. It's always like, it's always good to like know that there are a lot of people who like anime still. It kind of feels like sometimes, especially like with this past couple seasons, that it's kind of slowed down. But no, it's still kind of big, and that's because I feel like a lot of the cosplays we didn't see were like the big shows. Like
Yeah.
we didn't see many JJK. I mean, I guess the big ones we saw were like Toji, um, and then I mean it was really just Toji. That was the biggest one I feel like I saw.
There was
Um,
excuse me. There's a group of people who they dressed up as the JJK characters, but it was during the baseball episode.
yeah,
I thought that was funny.
that was fun.
There's a lot of Gojos.
Yeah, oh yeah, a lot of Gojos, but like I didn't see many like Demon Slayer characters.
No.
No, not many like Naruto characters. Not even One Piece characters. I feel like.
God. Thank
I
God.
know, yeah. So it's kind of cool just seeing how like it's like kind of the new gen stuff. Like I was
Yeah.
surprised how much Trigun. What else did we see a lot of? I saw Trigun, Chainsaw Man. Um, I don't even really know what else was there. It's kind of we saw some like yeah, a lot of Kaiju number 8 stuff,
Yeah.
which was surprising. I didn't know that community was like,
Pretty
into
big.
it. So yeah,
I think my favorite one was this mom and her son. She went as Deku's mom, and the son was Deku. I thought it worked really well.
it did. It was so cool. Gonna see. I saw a good group that a girlfriend and boyfriend went as Denji from Chainsaw Man, and then Reze from Chainsaw Man as well. So I thought that was really cool.
I think I saw like
Some good JoJo ones as well. I saw quite a few JoJo
there's a
ones.
there's a Turbo Granny Okaron.
Yeah, it's a lot of Don cosplays. That's right.
There's a lot of
There's
Momos.
a lot of Momos.
I think I saw like two of the
I was
grandmas.
gonna say a couple grandmas. No Okaran dogs. Or should it be? So
One of the Momos had the
the golden
golden
ball.
ball.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's funny.
Yeah, it was cool. It was fun. It was so sick, man. It's really cool to be a part of that.
Yeah.
So I liked it. And then it was fun on our car ride. The Uber ride there, we Ubered there. The first place we had to explain. She said, "Where are y'all headed?" And we were like, I just told her shit. I was like, "Oh, we're going to an anime convention." It's so funny how people who don't know what anime really is are like. She was like, "So since you're not Japanese, she was like, how did
Drake
you
was-
get into anime?" And so it's funny explaining it to people who don't really get it and
Yeah.
know what anime is, explaining that it's just kind of like, I don't know, it's just television,
It's just a show.
it's just shows, but just
Yeah.
in a different language.
Language. Doesn't
But
have to be in a different language.
it doesn't. Like I said, we met a bunch of voice actors today that are talented, that are English voice actors. So
I think
go support your English voice actors.
Ray Chase was really funny.
Yeah,
I forgot who he voices, but he was funny.
Max Littleman is really funny. I like him too.
Yeah.
Just because his voice is so recognizable as well.
Yeah, they were cool. They did some skits for their panel. Whenever we were going to it, I was expecting more of like not that.
Yeah, like
I don't know. Just them like talking,
Q&A panel more stuff.
Q&A, just talking about stuff. But no, it was fun. They put on a show. They did like 4 or 5 different skits.
Hmm.
They threw stuff at the audience. It was fun. They did say the word skibbity.
Yes.
What was it? What was
What are the like funny buzzwords?
There was one that was funny.
We talked about the shadow money gang wizard or something like that.
Yeah, I'll come to it later.
Let me see. I was trying to see who else is there. Oh yeah, so we're going to a JJK panel tomorrow with some voice actors who they're not even really from JJK actually, but it's just
What?
the voice actors that are going to be there.
Okay,
It's cool.
that seems a little misleading.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know Gojo's voice actor was here today.
Yeah.
He was doing signings.
Yeah, I think out of all these, there's only like one person who's actually in JJK.
Did the what?
Yeah, because I'm excited to like see Nieto because she's the voice of Tomo-chan as a girl. Good for her. Yeah, I'm excited. That guy who the voices Rohan's going to be at the panel.
Actually, so
He's based in Texas. That's really cool.
Why can't I load the schedule?
Yeah, but it was fun. I'm excited for tomorrow, and then it should be a fun last day. And
Yeah.
then we're just gonna hang out, chill, maybe grab lunch, and then Ben's gotta head on his merry way. So,
Yeah, we drive all the way up here for no reason.
dude,
I'm kidding.
no reason. It was a great reason. It was a fun reason.
Uh,
So yeah, it's been exciting. I'm trying to think of what else has just been going on in life. Nothing crazy. Oh, that's right. We haven't even addressed the elephant in the room. Ben finally watched Arcane. Finally, I've been trying to get him to watch Arcane for so long.
Did I talk about this last week?
No.
No,
You didn't
yeah.
start. You said you just started watching it 4 days ago. So, or you watched it in 4 days, I guess. But last episode we didn't talk.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Huh.
I would.
Yeah, I finished Arcane. It was good. I liked it.
That's it.
I sped run.
Well, we can talk about season 1 at least because I've seen season 1. I haven't seen season 2 yet. I've been very busy, but maybe we can start it tonight or something.
Season 2 is really good.
So yeah, what were your first thoughts about Arcane when you got to? It kind of starts off a little slow,
Yeah.
just because it starts off the first 3 episodes of them as like kids,
Yeah.
and then you kind of get into Jinx and the other characters as well.
Yeah. No, I think the first episode, I was kind of just looking for how they would connect everything together, especially with Jace and that side,
Mm,
and then
Victor.
yeah, but I think immediately I was more invested in Jason, Victor, and the upper
Yeah.
side and the Hexgate stuff. I thought that was way more interesting than whatever the hell was happening in town below.
Are you serious?
Yes.
What?
Like, I would have been totally fine if there was an entire show based
Yes,
around Jason Victor.
Well,
I
that
feel
is
like
you. You're more into the politics and the
just-
technology side of it.
He just seemed so more interesting.
D-
And I
what-
wish
but-
they could have, like... Because a problem I had is they didn't tell you when there were time skips.
Yeah.
Because there are subtle time skips. Not too long, but, like, it's
In
long
season
enough.
2 or
In season 2, yeah.
Okay.
Like, you can tell there has been a shift, but they don't tell you, and I thought that was upsetting.
interesting.
But it's not like super, like, drastic.
Yeah.
It's just like little tiny.
I really like the story with Vi and Jinx. I thought it was cool. I think it's a good story. I thought
I'm
it
not
was
saying it's a bad
no,
story.
but I don't see how you think it's not as interesting.
It isn't.
Because
It isn't as interesting.
how? Because like the whole thing that I loved about Vi and Jinx is that Vi kind of just wants to be this hero and save her people from the underground is
Yeah.
I forget what it's called, but like the underside. And it's kind of like then you have this character Jinx, who I think what was her name before? It was like Powder, who she kind of looks up to Vi and her like their dad, or their like stepdad, foster dad, and then she kind of just wants to help out, but she always keeps screwing everything up, and then it kind of leads to her killing everybody, and then Vi ends up just treating her horribly, and that kind of turns her into a monster. That then goes into her becoming this villain throughout all of season 1, and that we see continue in season 2.
Yeah.
I will say, by the way, her fit looks very reminiscent of Jodio's from part 9 of JoJo's, and I'm like, I think she took some creative liberties here, but
Yeah, I don't know how y'all were able to, like, what's the word? Like, after the cliffhanger on season 1, like, I don't know how y'all just weren't able to watch anything after
dude,
that.
I literally was like, I need more of it so
Because I was so happy because I just clicked, oh, the next episode. And everyone else had to wait, like,
years.
years.
No, it is ridiculous. I can't believe I'm so glad you finally watched it though. It's such a good show. But the thing that I think makes it so disappointing for me is because I don't like League of Legends at all. Like the video game, I've never played it. I think I have played it once or twice. I'm not into that style of gaming. It's just not for me. But what upsets me the most about shows like Arcane, and it's an amazing, incredible show, probably one of the best video game adaptations of a show of all time. But what really disappoints me the most is that I feel like Overwatch could have made a show just like that.
Yes.
And they haven't. And I think they had such wasted potential. I think Blizzard should have saw this and been like, we need to make a show as well.
Yeah.
make it rated a little, PG, maybe like 18, 17, make it a bit more of a mature audience, you could have had a banging show. Overwatch has such good, whenever they would make those cinematic episodes, oh my God, they were so sick. And you could just make a whole show about every single character in Overwatch, and then boom, there's your cinematic universe, and then you get money, you get paid.
Yeah, there's a lot of games who really, it's like they don't mean to, but they have this really well thought out like they have really good world building and
Yeah.
characters. And like Overwatch, they kind of tapped into it with those little short movies that they do for each characters.
Mm-hmm.
I think a show would have been crazy.
Been awesome.
I have to bring up Destiny.
I was literally gonna say Destiny.
A Destiny show would be actually crazy. Not just I'm very biased, but
No, I watch it. I
like
would.
in game there are literal lore books that like you can read, and there's one guy in the community. His name is My Name is Biff, and after every expansion, he'll talk about the lore and how it plays into the story and like what's happening. And so after this last expansion that Destiny had, it's like a 20-hour long lore video explaining like the beginning of the Destiny universe to like what's going on at the end, and goes into detail about every little enemy and aspect of it. It's really interesting.
Yeah, and they're like hour-long videos, like hours and hours of long videos dissecting and talking about all the lore and just the different aspects of it.
Yeah.
Like you really could make shows about all of this stuff. I mean, as much as I don't like World of Warcraft, you could do the same with that. There's so many games that could do it.
Yeah.
And it's just really, it is sad. Or not sad, but it's just, I wish there were more. Because I feel like video game shows are finally on the rise again. I feel like video game adaptations in general. I mean, the Sonic series has done great.
Yeah.
Mario, The Last of Us, Arcane. Yeah, it's been a great year, a great time for video games adaptations.
Not
Especially
Halo.
with, I feel like, what did you say?
Not Halo.
Oh, not Halo. Yeah, that's right, not Halo. But yeah, I kind of feel like, I don't know, as somebody who just feels like recently they haven't had as much time to play video games and isn't as invested in video games in general, seeing them as shows has really been cool.
It's like a shift of
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes they're like, okay, maybe the audience is a lot older. Maybe they'd enjoy the show. I don't know. I think like they know the type of people that started playing the game whenever it came out,
Mhm.
and I guess how old they would be now. And it's like, okay, we could probably get a lot more viewership since these people are like young adults. I don't know. That kind
Yeah.
of stuff.
No, it's so cool. I think a good example of like people who've also done that too is the Sidemen on YouTube. They started off just making YouTube videos and for children. Now they have their own vodka brand that they promote consistently. They have their own YouTube. They have their own app where they post behind the scenes videos and clips where it's like they show like nudity. They've shown nudity in it before, and it's like I'm just like that's insane. Like they're showing like which again maybe they shouldn't because they still do have kids audiences,
Yeah.
but it's like wow they're you got to try and evolve with your audience, and that's pretty cool. I mean, it's cool. Like we just saw like Anime Frontiers hosting like after parties where it's only 21 plus and you can drink and have a good time. And I will say, being there were still kids, but I mean, it was not many kids. Like I don't know if I'd bring my kid to
I would
that.
not bring my kid to
Yeah,
that.
there's a lot of
I think that's where like what's the word?
difference between anime and
No, I don't know. I just feel like that's going to one of those just feels weird.
as a taking your kid.
Well, that too, but like I don't know. I feel like there's a specific group of people that would go to those.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
An anime convention?
No, the after party.
Oh, the after party. Oh yeah.
I don't know. Like I feel like I don't know. I'm getting at something, but I can't put my words together.
No, I see what you're saying. People who are, because again, it goes into that whole thing of
Expressive.
expressive. Yeah, it goes into that thing of like, well, the anime community is like, say what you will, but there's some interesting people in it in the community. and people who are just more socially awkward. And whenever you find yourself having the opportunity to be surrounded by alcohol and people who are a bit more just as expressive as you, and maybe who are, say, if some females attend, who are maybe scantily more dressed because they're cosplaying as a character. Some people might get the wrong idea, and
Cosplay is not consent, people.
cosplay is not consent. That is correct. Just because they're dressing up as a bunny girl or Makima does not mean they actually want to have you treated as a dog or to be their dog. It's yeah. You learned the hard way.
You should get someone to step on you.
Hmm. Excuse me. There, I'm surprised. Usually people have signs or stuff like that, um, but no one did
You
this
can
time.
step up, Joseph.
Yeah,
Step on
be
me.
the change. Yeah. But no, it was a fun time. I liked it. It was good. Yeah, nothing crazy. It was I don't know. It was everybody was chill. Nothing too weird happened
Yeah.
or had a weird experience. Some interesting smells in some areas, but
Yeah.
it was very few and far between. So that was cool.
Yeah.
This happens a lot. There's some noisy neighbors.
Yeah. Always getting
But yeah,
Chick-fil-A.
that's college life for you. Um, that's fun. Yeah, dude, I saw recently. Sorry, I'm in the mood for like a dessert for some reason, and which is weird because it's like cold. Um,
It's the best time to have a dessert.
is it
Yeah.
when it's cold?
Yep.
Wouldn't you want like hot chocolate or like?
No, not cold.
Okay, no, I don't know. I've recently been going through a crumble phase.
Crumble.
Yeah, I don't even. I've only gone to crumble once. But I just think the concept is so cool. I kind of just realized what crumble was like last month. And it's such a cool concept.
What do you mean a cool concept?
Oh, just like how they change their cookies every
Oh.
week, and then they're just like giant cookies.
Yeah. It's just a cookie.
Okay, all right, man. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to share a passion with you.
It's okay. It's okay.
But yeah, so I don't know. Arcane goated. There's Netflix has had so many good shows coming out recently. Beastar season 3 is finally out. I'll be watching it for
Chicago
sure.
goes mild.
It's wild. That dude, I forgot about the that mid sticker. The
Oh yeah.
That would have been cool.
It'll be there tomorrow. Hopefully.
Oh well, it
It's
will.
sold out.
Hopefully it's not as packed tomorrow.
I don't think it will be.
Yeah, neither do I. I think Saturday's the big day, but yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of curious what goes on at those 21 plus parties though.
Is it like hosted by the Okay. I thought just like everyone go here for
No, it's not like a like just an unofficial thing.
Oh.
It is an official thing. So it's
Interesting.
like they have like a DJ that's gonna be there.
I feel like from my past experiences, official parties, they usually not the best.
No, I don't think so.
They just they feel too forced.
Mm,
I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get that. I get that. That's fair. That's a fair analysis. But I mean, it's yeah.
Yeah.
Because especially it's like what is everybody swimming in their cosplays? It's just like
It's like right after the convention, is it? No, we probably are.
it's like
That
immediately.
must suck.
Yeah, couldn't be us. Couldn't be us.
I'm in my cosplay.
I know. Yeah, I had a good time. I don't know. I don't know if I could ever do a cosplay. It'd be cool though. But I'm just like that's a lot of time and money. It seems like.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's and I don't even get how you like. I don't know. That's just a lot. It's cool though. People are so creative. Like some of the stuff that I see them build, it's like it's pretty talented.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Like it's cool that there's an audience for it. Even like some of the booths that we saw that are more so like targeted just for like cosplay people. Like we saw one like cybery
Oh yeah.
military area where it's like it's kind of like bras and underwear, but it's kind of all made like as like tech like I don't know cyberware. I don't know what the word
I
is,
think it is cyberware. That is a word.
but it's like it's cool. It's like cool that there's people that design stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of steampunk stuff too, medieval stuff, all the different like 3D printed guns and like stuff like that. That we saw like the Destiny models.
Mhm.
Like that'd be pretty cool to have on my like your shelf, like on a display.
Yeah.
Um, but it's just cool to see that people spend all that time making stuff like that. Um, it is cool to see. I wonder what all these people do for a living. Like, cause it's again, it goes back to that whole thing of like, I don't know where these people crawl out of. Cause I feel like in my everyday life, you don't really, people aren't obviously just screaming at the top of their lungs that they like anime or they're into like video
Mhm.
games and stuff like that. So it's really cool to just be like, hey, I clearly know that you're into the same thing as me. So like,
Yeah.
like let's get into it. But but yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm
Yeah.
excited for Christmas, Ben.
Me too.
It is. It was good. It's always fun that this is near Christmas break time because the weather's getting nice and cold.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, I'm excited. Ben and I are gonna be spending Christmas time together. Not Christmas, but we're gonna be going to Colorado.
Yeah.
So
That's
that'll be
perfect.
fun. It's gonna be my first time skiing since I've been like a child. So
I will be learning to snowboard in 2 hours.
yeah, I don't know about that.
That's gonna happen.
I don't know skiing. It just looks hard, and it's just like you're putting
It's
so
just
much
because you have control of both your feet. That's what makes it easier.
skiing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You're not like constrained to because
Uh,
like it's instinctive. Like you want to try to move your feet around,
yeah.
and you can do that with skiing. And so therefore you have a lot more control about what you're doing.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
with snowboarding, it's like your whole body.
Yeah.
So
Because yeah, then you have to fall over and you fall over on the same side. I don't know. It kind of looks dangerous too. But I'm just like, uh, but I guess it's just like anything, right? So I don't know. I'm excited to see how it goes. I'm more excited for the views and just the vibe and atmosphere
oh yeah,
of Colorado. I haven't gone. I don't think I've been to Colorado in Christmas time. So
I've never been.
yeah, I've only been once. Oh, dude, but you feel the what is it called? The
Elevation change.
elevation change. Yeah, bro. I remember I walked up a hill. Mind you, I wasn't I wasn't working out as much then, but dude, you feel it, bro. Like even going up a flight of stairs, you're just like and it's just like, dang. It's kind of crazy,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's fun. It'll be a good time. Hopefully, getting to see all mountains. It's crazy not like, you being surrounded by like mountains instead of just like seeing flatness.
Yeah. Been at sea level my
Yeah,
entire
our
life.
whole lives. It is crazy. It's yeah, it's depressing not seeing like stuff, in the background instead of just. Hmm. So yeah, but yeah, I'm trying to. I don't think anything else has been going on recently. Um, that's worth bringing up. Um, oh, that's crazy. What was I gonna say? Um, oh, I think I just saw some news about something.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, there's gonna be. Oh, so yeah, Jump Festa is happening at the end of 2024. Or no, no. Oh, wait, no.
What does that mean?
There's like a Jump Festa thing, and then people are saying a lot of news is gonna be dropped about like the Chainsaw Man movie, JoJo's Part 7, maybe, stuff like that. So that might be coming out soon. Um, yeah, I'm excited for next season, dude. Or I just want new anime content. I feel like it's kind of been starved recently,
Yeah,
but um,
that's fair. Yeah, it's
yeah,
been kind of slow.
it has been. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's more to talk about, but I just don't know what
There probably is.
to yap about off the top of my head. So I guess this is a good place to end it.
We're
Um,
breaking up.
yeah, we're not getting the band back together. So yeah, it is. But wait, actually, no. I did want to ask you this
Uh,
because at that lava premiere thing that we went to, um, the whole thing was like a couples quiz to like see, and I was trying to think the whole time of what would Ben say, and it was hard. I don't know.
really?
Yeah.
It's pretty easy.
Well, like I think because like what were the questions they asked? What would your like waifu be?
Waifu?
I think if I was on the spot, I would have said Marin.
That's what I would have said.
Okay, I think we would have both said the same thing then. What was the saying? What would your furry be? I think
Furry, that one's not. I don't think anyone.
I don't think I would. I
I
don't.
would
I
have
would
said
have.
wolf.
I don't know what I would have said up there on the top of my head. Probably just fox, wolf. Just because I'm like, isn't that the standard furry, right?
I don't know. I said Gundam.
Yeah, Gundam.
Because he actually got it, which was really funny.
Yeah. Yeah, and then what was it? Just your favorite anime? I would have said
Anime.
I would have said Naruto.
Yep.
Okay, and then assuming from you, probably,
JoJo's.
yeah, JoJo's. And then what was the last question?
They did a voice actor one, but
Oh yeah, I think if I was on the spot for your voice actor, I don't know.
I would have said Papenbrook, I think.
Bryce Papenbrook for me or for yourself?
For me, and probably for I don't know any other.
I probably
Like only voice actor I know by name, really.
no. I would have said the voice actor of Dio because he also does.
Oh, fair.
Or I would have said Jotaro. One of those two. Yeah, that would have been for me at least. But yeah, it was fun. It was cool. They did ask some silly questions. It was weird. I hope I don't know what they said that they're gonna do for that panel, but I hope it's more of a Q&A.
I think it is. At least from the description, it looked like more of it was just talking.
Yeah, about JJK
I guess.
potentially.
I don't know. Well, at least the title was JJK themed, so I was assuming.
Mm-hmm. A brief intro. Let me see. It's at 11. Oh, they're doing like a 3D printing for cosplay. That's cool. What does it say here? Okay, it says enter into the world of JJK with the actors. Share thrilling tales from behind the scenes of one of anime's biggest hits, from intense battles and personality to the unique personalities of each cast. Cast will reveal what it's like to voice. Oh yeah, it is going to be a Q&A. 620 anecdotes, insider stories, and a Q&A session to dive into all things JJK. Okay, yeah. So it is going to be more of like a Q&A panel. That's going to be good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if we go to this, we're going to miss the Crunchyroll Premiere 3. It's at
What's
the same
on the
time.
Premiere 3? Do we know?
The one that I want to see is Girl Bands Cry.
Mm.
But yeah, the other one I didn't really care for. I think it's like an isekai.
Okay.
So I'm not really a big isekai fan. Although I will say, Ben, recently I feel like I have been wanting to get into ReZero.
Yeah, I've heard some really good stuff about it.
It does look really good.
It
From
does.
what I heard, I figured out what the plot is, and I was like, oh, this kind of seems cool.
Mhm.
And is ReZero, is that what Ray's from? Or Rem? Is that what her name is?
Rem?
Is it Rem? The blue-haired girl?
Yeah. Yep.
Rem? That's what she's from?
Yep.
Yeah. So, I was like, yeah, I definitely would want to check that out.
Yeah.
But, yeah. There are some good JoJo cosplays. There was a guy next to me during the lava thing who's dressed as Johnny. I saw two girls dressed as Anasui and Foo Fighters. That was cool. It's cool to see JoJo's getting love.
Mhm.
I wish Bleach got more love, man.
Some kid was dressed as Ichigo.
Oh, really? I didn't
Yeah.
see that. And then we saw a guy dressed as the captain of the Squad Zero.
That's funny.
So,
That's funny.
yeah, it was cool. I don't think I saw like a single like Luffy, dude.
I saw a few.
Oh, really?
One guy was carrying around like a hunk of meat.
Oh,
It was
okay. I
fake.
saw some Zoros, a lot of Namis, but yeah, it was
Something.
something. Not as many Evangelion cosplays either. I saw a couple Asukas. I don't know if I saw. We should have done Shinji, dude, with the chair, just carrying around a chair.
I should have.
That's awesome. Yeah. But it's been fun.
Yeah.
So
It was fun.
yeah. But I think what are we at time? Was it 58 minutes?
I can't read.
I think it is 58 minutes. Dude, I was such an idiot. When we were watching the premiere, I totally didn't bring my glasses. So, yeah, 59 minutes. I didn't bring my glasses, so I was like trying to like strain my eyes trying to watch, just to read what they were saying
Really?
on the screen. But I liked it. It was cool. It was fun getting to feel like we were like behind the scenes at a like special screening.
Yeah.
That was really more so what was cool about it. But yeah, I mean that's kind of what the anime convention experience has been like. It's my second time being at a Anime Frontier. Is this your first ever convention?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang. It's only up from here, hopefully.
We'll see. We'll see how tomorrow goes.
Yeah, we'll see. Day 2 tomorrow. I'll be vlogging it again some more, so you can stay tuned for that. But other than that, guys, I think that'll do it for this week's episode. In person, we gotta do an in-person episode. Yay! Episode 106. Hopefully, we can do another one soon. But maybe over Christmas break. We'll see.
We shall see.
We shall. But it's gonna be. I feel the feeling Christmas break's gonna be busy.
It will
So, yeah, it always is. So, it's crazy. It feels like we have a better schedule when we're during the school year.
be. Yep.
than-
That's usually what goes.
which is insane. But that is what it is. It is what it is. Who knows? But anyways, guys, thank you all for watching this week's episode 106. We love you guys. And stay tuned for next week. So yeah, we'll have some fun stuff to talk about.
Sorry.
Watch Dawn to Dawn, Bleach, Blue Lock, and Blue Box.
Yeah.
So
Actual mid.
there's some good episodes. Dawn to Dawn was great.
Should just drop. Penguin's watching Blue Box. Just drop it.
Why do you hate Blue Box?
I hate that show.
It's good. We got a good episode.
Got rejected.
Exactly. That never happens in anime.
All right. Whatever.
All right, whatever. Well, we're gonna end it from here. Love you guys. You guys have a good one. We'll see you all in the next video. Arrivederci.